think. They're literally just like jumping into this shit without thinking about what's going on. Just like this mass shooting shit going on. They're like, oh, ban guns, ban guns, ban guns. And it's voting season. Guess what happens every voting season? There's mass shootings.
Yeah, that's not a coincidence.
Mm-hmm. There's always some kind of mass shooting. There's always some kind of a viral outbreak now. Well, no, there's always been some kind of viral outbreak. Uh, what else is there? War. We either go to war or there's some kind of war going on. I think that's about it. That's the big three. But people aren't connecting the three. And it's all on the Democrats. I mean, not to say the Republicans aren't in on it too, but I mean, really, the Democrats are really stepping on top of it and really using it for their game, and it's really, hey, hi, you know, they're really shining it way too hard. You know what I mean?
The thing is to remember, dude, on that same coin, the Democrats are also doing saying the same thing about Republicans.
Exactly.
So basically, you've got two groups that are just bad mouthing each other.
Yep. But I will say this: the difference is, uh, the Republicans aren't trying to ban guns every fucking year, or every election year.
True.
Nah, I haven't been really following the repubs because you know they're not openly trying to fuck the Constitution every time you turn around. Like I know the repubs are a bunch of money hungry motherfuckers. That could coincide with the whole war thing. So I mean, both of them's got their twerks, but the Dems are the ones that are going after the Constitution, and I'm not okay with that. They want to fuel their war overseas and all that shit. Fucking go for it, but don't attack the homeland. You know. Don't sacrifice your own to fuel your agenda, like the Dems are doing. Well, I mean, I guess the Republicans are doing that by sending soldiers.
I mean, it's. Think of it this way: there are issues that basically there's only two options for them. I'm going to use abortion. You're either for it or you're against it.
Right.
If you're for it, you're going to stand with the Democrats. If you're against it, you're going to stand with the Republicans. That's why Republicans are able to target like Christians, which unfortunately
Is a big mass majority of our country.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that. Too many Christians like to put faith within the politicians. And you're not supposed to do that.
No, you're supposed to use your own eye to guide to challenge politicians.
They're supposed to pray for these politicians and follow God. That is what they are supposed to do. Instead, they put their faith in these politicians instead of God. I don't think they realize they do it, but they do.
Yeah.
And you gotta catch that. But that's like with the Democrats, though. Because they do that, they can get the LGBT community. They can get the NCAA. I mean, it's like pick your poison, man.
No. You know what's really funny though?
What?
That meme I sent you. It's like, hey, Dems, you can't have it both ways. Late-term abortions and fucking mass shootings in elementary schools. Can't have it both ways. I know it's fucking horrible, but I had to make the joke.
Yeah, it's better than all the Trumper memes I've seen.
Yeah, I've
Some
seen a
aren't
lot of it.
Some aren't even creative.
Yeah.
Dump the Trump. I was just like, come on. It's like, are you really going to turn people with this? Like, is this how you're going to make your sophisticated argument?
Yeah. You know what's really crazy? People want to like bash on Trump and shit, and they're like, but Trump didn't do nothing for nobody and all this and that. I'm like, well, Trump didn't take any of his salary as president. They're like, oh, what organization did he donate it to? I'm like, I don't fucking know. He asked people on Twitter what foundation did they want him to donate it to. And he fucking donated it to whatever fucking foundation got more votes. You know? They're like, oh, that was a scam. He donated to his own organizations to fund his pockets. Okay. What's Biden doing with his pay? Oh, that's right. He's keeping it. Shit. Oh, gas prices at $2.40. Damn. Good old mean tweet and cheap gas. I'd love that.
True.
At least our president communicated with us over normal means.
Never happens, I swear.
Instead of
Follow me. We must
over fucking national, news. No, at least Trump made daily tweets. Actually communicated with the public over a platform rather than news conferences and stuff like that. That's the only time you hear from Biden. You know?
Apparently that's what people wanted. They were like, oh, the president's being inappropriate. Like, why? Because he talks to people like common man.
Exactly. That's what I like about Trump. Like, he fucking communicated with people. Like, it was like a common man.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people like about him. That was also the reason why a lot of people didn't like about him. Like I
explained to JP today. I don't like a person that talks down to me.
And that's why a lot of people like Trump, because he didn't talk down to you. He talked to you like a normal person.
And hell, like, you've seen videos of Trump talking to kids and, like random people on the street that come up and talk to him. They talk to you like a normal person, like he didn't chew you away. I've seen plenty of TikToks and YouTube videos of random people coming up to him and shaking his hand and asking for a picture, and he's like, "Yeah, get in here." He didn't say, "Go away, I ain't got time for you." He didn't strike an argument with you or nothing, like Biden does. Trump was an actual president of the people. In my
You dare get in my way?
There were things he did I didn't agree with.
What, Trump? I mean, there's going to be a lot of 50-50. There's going to be a lot of things they do that is good for the people that, does good. And there's going to be a lot of things that they don't do good.
Did I just...
I guess
Help me!
it was when they were doing those protests.
No.
Remember that whole,
Did I...
where he took that picture in front of that
Dodge this, you bastard!
church on that Bible?
Yeah.
In order for him to do that, he and a bunch of armed cops pretty much stormed through a crowd of protesters, and they weren't rioters, they were protesters. They were on their knees, and he had the officers shoot rubber bullets at them and gassed them.
Let's see. Were they on the Capitol?
I don't believe it was on the Capitol or not.
Now, in certain scenarios, if protesters create a disturbance or create a safety hazard, can't remember all the rules. There's certain guidelines they have to abide by. They're all free and clear to, protest, but if they don't abide by, a lot of criteria, and, if they start to create a hazard and the police tell them to disperse and they don't disperse, then they are grounds to be made to disperse. So, that's on them. But like I said, each their own on that department. Or any of that either. What's that still playing fucking Mario Kart?
Yeah, it was during the George Floyd protest.
Fucking crack addict.
The Lafayette Square was where it happened. Trump was on his way, and his administration officials were walking from the White House to St. John's Church, He was doing a photo op in front of the Ashburton house. It's church's parish house.
Well, to be fair, those same quote unquote protesters have been known to randomly break out and riot. Hence the flaming cities.
True.
So, and then, you know, the president being in open sight. So that might have been a very precautionary thing. I don't know. That's really up in the air. We don't know all their policy versus uh what we know and they know on policy versus what they're allowed to do on protesting that close to the president and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially following suit of what happened prior. I mean, hell, they literally had just killed a shopkeeper with a skateboard.
I guess for me personally, it was just. It was the first time where there is a there is a part of scriptures that says, "Do not put your faith in men." And when I basically saw Trump do that, that that came more apparent because
Yeah. You finally saw a president kind of step down on your level, and all of a sudden that happened.
well, I mean, it was basically like the whole premise was him going there to take this photo op in front of a church's parish house while holding a Bible, but the way he did it was not the way Christ would have done it. Christ would have basically sat down and talked to the protesters, and he would have
Yeah,
got them to follow him. He would have built fellowship with them.
but would they have perceived the same?
Some
I think
didn't.
that,
Some did follow him.
but did they do it in the same manner though? I mean, you know what I'm getting at? Like,
Well, I mean, there was uh, when he exorcised the demons uh, out of the two men. He and his disciples were going through the wilderness.
no, 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 that's not what I meant.
Well, I mean, here's where I'm getting to that point. After he cast the demons out of the man into a herd of swine, and they ran into the river and drowned, the pig herders went to the village and told the village what happened. And because all the pigs died, they pleaded with Jesus to leave. After all that happened, they pleaded with Jesus to leave. The man that was possessed, though, he thanked Jesus and asked him what he could do for him. And he told him just to go home and to tell everybody what he has witnessed. And Jesus and his disciples left.
So you was hoping it was gonna be an instance like that.
Basically, I was hoping that instead of meeting them with more violence, it would have been met with trying to build fellowship with them. to where they would either let him pass peacefully or at least have some sort of attempt to gain common ground with one another.
Let me ask you this though. When he began to walk up to him, did they begin to split?
No,
Okay, right then and there was defiance.
they were on their knees with their hands up and said, "Please don't shoot me."
Yeah, but you know, why? If he was there only to do a photo op, why were they there?
They were protesting because of the George Floyd thing.
What does the president have to do with George Floyd?
Nothing really,
Okay, my point exactly.
but my point here is because they didn't move, they were hurt. Just so he could do a photo op in front of a church.
I get what you mean, but at the same time, you never know. One of them motherfuckers could have been holding or anything. It could have been anybody in that crowd could have been anybody there could have been a ploy for somebody in that crowd to have something. That's
Yeah,
why that's why no chances were taken.
I can see that.
But I can also see where you're coming from too. But no chances can be taken with the president. So it's kind of a shitty aspect on both sides. 'Cause I'm sure, you know, honestly, if come to think of it, really thinking about it, if instances hadn't happened the way they did beforehand, like the burning of the cities, the guy getting killed with a fucking skateboard, and the whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing and all that shit hadn't happened, and they had, you know, did the same thing, I'm sure it would have been a totally different story. But because of the prior incidences, it had to happen that way. Because of prior incidences. Because of the same groups, you know, advocating for the thing, you know, well, same groups. Oh shit, you know, hey, these guys might be Antifa mixed in, might have guns, might have fucking machetes, might have this and that. We can't take no chances with the president on foot on the ground, you know.
I can see
Just,
that.
these people don't sit back and think about that shit. They want to riot, think they're not being heard or seen, and then, oh no, president told them to open fire. Well, maybe if you hadn't rioted and destroyed cities and shit like that, maybe president would have stopped and talked to you guys rather than perceiving you're a threat ahead of time. I mean, honestly, if I came up to you guys and I hadn't seen all that shit, I probably would have stopped and talked to you guys. But no, you know, I see a bunch of fucking drug addict worshipers and fucking all this and that. I ain't gonna take the time to talk to you guys. You might fucking try to kill me. The group of you guys have already fucking, what do they call that? Chuck fucked a store owner and burned several stores down and basically demolished the south side of the city, and I'm not taking no chances.
Thanks.
There's two sides to every story, sadly, but they made their story very very violent. I mean, he did give them a warning to disperse, so he did give them that at least.
That's true.
I mean, it's still a little concerning, but I mean, it's still still relevant. I think what's more concerning is sad that we have to be that way.
Yeah, it is.
Back in the day, protests were protests. You know, they were. If people would say they were going to go out and peacefully protest, it was a legitimate peaceful protest. Not break out into fucking riots and nut fucking people and burning shit down and, you know, full on, you know, burning down cities. Times are changing, man.
Yeah, they are.
You need to get a hold of you another pistol, at least. Now that I think about it.
I thought about getting one.
I know you got an AR, but you need something you can carry. Like when you're out and about and shit. You know we're gonna need one. I think I'm gonna start carrying mine again. I think I'm gonna go buy me a shotgun. Keep it in the house, for the house. That way I can carry my gun or my pistol around. That's mainly if I haven't carried my gun, so I can leave it at the house for Morgan. Yeah, all you need is a little 9mm. Or a 38 special. Them things ain't got no kick at all. But rounds for them are fucking nowhere to be seen.
You will beg for mercy.
Probably go with another 9.
I love my 9mm.
Let's show Melvin.
The one that like you used to have.
Your efforts are as feeble as your form is impeccable.
I love it.
Them asunder!
Small and easy to carry.
You lot are a right good bunch of soldiery.
Easy to hide too.
Get behind me.
We shall impale them! To the front! Make haste!
Yeah, I'll probably end up getting one of those.
Oh, just another one like you had.
Mm-hmm.
Only good thing about those is the trigger pull. So, I mean, like you have to potentially pull the trigger to shoot it. So there's no accidental trigger fire is what I like about it. I don't really like hairline triggers. I know a lot of people like them, but I don't. It's so many, so easy to pull. Yeah, it's like so easy to pull. You pull it out of the damn holster, you done shot one shot off. Damn, you grazed your fucking leg already. No, I don't like that. I like, I think it's a 7-pound pull. I think it is.
Help would be appreciated!
Oh yeah, the meaning give you that red dot off my P90. What size barrel do you got on your AR?
I think it's smaller than yours.
I have an AR.
What was it?
I had a 20-inch. You either got a 16 or an 18.
16.
Okay. Then you need a red dot. You either need a red dot or an ACOG. Tell you what, give me $40 and I'll give you the fucking red dot.
I can do that.
I gave, I think it was either 75 or 80 I gave for that red dot. It's an actual honest to God fucking real skilled, red dot. I bought it up there at fucking Bear Arms up in Callisburg. Not Callisburg, it's where Red Robin's is on the other side of Ashland.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I bought it at. It was the last one they had. I fucking bought that bitch. Spent the last bit of money I had. I was like, I'm buying that. They're like, are you sure? The guy behind me was fucking ogling the hell out of it. And I was like, yep, I want it now. And the guy looked at me, I was real pissed. They never got any more in either. I don't need to own a fucking airsoft gun. It sights in real good. I need to find my fucking a bore sight. I got a 223 bore sight. If I can find it. If I can find it, I'll give that to you. All you do is you go out when it kind of gets like evening. So about like 7:30ish, and you set your gun up and say trying to think of a target. Pretty much, you go out in your yard and you set a target about 100 yards. You'll figure out where 100 yards is away from you, where you're standing, and you'll set a target away from 100 yards, and you'll put that bore sight inside your chamber, and don't let it like rack. You slowly close it to where the bullet, it's in the shape of a bullet, and you barely let your chamber close, and that it'll be a laser on the inside of that bullet. And then you go up to your sight, and then you align your sight with that laser dot. So instead of like shooting so many rounds and then like, you know, moving your sight down, shooting so many rounds, and moving your sight over, shooting so many rounds, moving it down, wasting ammunition more or less. It's called foresighting. That's what I did. I was hitting a little a 2-foot gong at 100 yards.
At my back.
Me and Dylan Duty went over to a outdoor range over in Ohio. I took out my that big scope I had on mine. I set it at 100 yards. I was hitting a 2-foot gong at 100 yards each time. And I was like, I wonder how fast I can fucking, you know, like in recession hit it. I put 30 rounds in that motherfucker, didn't miss. I mean, granted, 100 yards ain't that far, but 30 round recession, you know, as quick as I can put them down, and I didn't miss. So it's pretty good. I just gotta find it. I mean, red dot, you're not gonna be shooting 100 yards. I mean, you will be shooting 100 yards, but you're not gonna be like bang, 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 bang. You know what I mean? You're gonna be like bang, 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 bang. You're gonna be taking your, you know, you're gonna be like doing 3-shot bursts to keep your accuracy.
Tear them asunder! I know where I'm going. Come on! This way!
4 o'clock. Alright, Bubby. I'm gonna go lay down and try to sleep.
Okay, man.
I'll talk at you tomorrow, Bubby.
Talk at you tomorrow, man. No, man.
you.
You're no danger, mate. You're just next in line. Right, she's got him.
I agree.
Now you pointed this way, you idiot. Now, by all means, keep swinging away.
Gonna split you balls to fry.
Certainly. Yes. Sure.
We shall endure them!
Fucking savage!
Sorry. You have my gratitude.
To victory!
Hey there! You're up for some ass kicking!
Yes.
You teeth
Surely.
sucking dragon!
Certainly. You have my gratitude.
Alright!
Thanks for that, mate! To glory! Tear them asunder! Charge!
I don't think so. Yes, sir. Forward! Charge!
We shall impale them! Charge! for that, mate. A little help here. Help! This way, come on. For God's sake, help me.
Nope, I've changed my mind. Help! What's helping me? Smell like
Thanks!